brakes of the Ranger by installing a new master cylinder and proportioning valve. What we're hoping to fix today is the rear brakes on the Ranger. They lock up effortlessly ever since I installed disc brakes on the 9-inch axle. Another issue we're going to address is the brake pedal. The pedal feel inside the truck when you're driving it is very spongy and it goes to the floor pretty easy. To remedy this, we're going to install a master cylinder with a slightly larger bore from a 99 Dodge 2500 with a gasoline engine. This master cylinder is going to be a direct bolt-on upgrade. The flares on the brake lines match perfectly to the master cylinder, and the studs on the brake booster line up perfectly as well. To fix the brake bias, we're going to install a Wilwood adjustable proportioning valve on the rear brake line. When you install a new master cylinder, you always want to bleed it on the bench before you put it on the vehicle. It's going to save you a lot of time and headaches in the long run getting all the air bubbles out of this guy. So first what we'll do, we'll fill up the reservoir with new fluid, pop out these caps, let some seep out a little bit. That will lubricate the master cylinder internally. We will pop in these plugs that came with the kit, and then basically we'll put a screwdriver in here, pump it in and out, and we'll watch, make sure no more air bubbles are coming out of the reservoir, and then we have bench blood it and we'll put it on the truck. Once you get your stock master cylinder off, you're going to need to shorten your push rod 0.325 inches. You'll thread this in all the way, and it also needs to have an 1/8 inch grinded off the top of that. To install the proportioning valve, all you have to do is cut a section of the rear brake line out, put on some new flares and flare nuts, and screw it together.
Yeah, the proportioning valve he decided to go with is the Wilwood compact knob type proportioning valve. Part number is 260-8419. Pretty small, compact, as it says. Fits into tight places. Pretty easy to install. There's an in and an out. It's got the in and out on there, so it's kind of hard to get wrong. For the adjustment, all you do is screw it in and out. And it tells you in the directions to get full brake pressure to the rear, screw it all the way in. When you adjust it to get less brake pressure, you do out. The reasons for getting a proportioning valve is during braking, you want your brakes to be pretty equal front to rear. And when you do changes to the vehicle, such as what Chris has done, he's taken a lot of weight off of the rear. You had equal pressure going front and rear, so the rear brakes locked up real easy, and it made it a little bit sketchy for driving in traffic. You'd get very odd looks when he's slowing down behind people. This is going to be test 2. We turn the proportioning valve in 2 complete turns. We're going to see how it goes now. As you can see, still needs a little more adjusting. Test number 3 is 4 turns out from where we were. So now we're 6 complete turns from full brake pressure.
Get better. Alright, so my initial impressions on that quick little test run that we did with the new master cylinder and proportioning valve. The pedal feels awesome with this bigger master cylinder. As much as I hate to say this Dodge part has improved my truck, it has. It's definitely an improvement over the stock unit. And it's completely bolt in, really easy to do. I recommend anyone with a Ranger-based vehicle out there that needs a brake upgrade look into swapping in one of these master cylinders. The proportioning valve definitely helped as well. It's way less sketchy approaching a stop. Before I could lock them up, not even trying. Now it's really just hard emergency braking, and it will lock them up, and it still feels a lot better than what it did before. In the future, I'm either going to have to add more weight or get a different proportioning valve that will allow me to go past 57% reduction to improve it even more, but we'll see how this goes for now and then work on it again later. Whenever you go to tune your proportioning valve, it's best to do it on a level asphalt road at a normal speed limit. The reason being, if you try it in a dirt road or a wet slick road, you're going to have a different adjustment value than on dry normal everyday conditions. Also, dirt, it's going to change the weight bias as well when you slam on the brakes, and again, you're going to have to tune it differently, and then when you're on the road, it's going to feel weird. So wet or dry level asphalt road is the best way to test it. Alright, well that's it for this episode, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. If this is your first time watching us and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot more projects coming up. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see in a future episode, drop us a comment down below. Let us know. It could be on the Suburban or the Ranger or something entirely different.